Now we will do Spring 2012 Math 115 Test 2 Chapter 4 Number 3. A tea shop makes oolong tea for $2.15 per ounce, $2.15 per ounce, and shaved almonds that sells for 95 cents per ounce. To create a 300 ounces blend that's worth $1.85 per ounce. Now the question is, how much tea and how much shaved almonds did the tea shop use? Now, seems like there are two things we need to look for here. Okay, let's start with the first step. We define a variable. Okay, let's say the oolong tea is the amount of oolong tea is our x. So let x be the amount of oolong tea. Then notice that when you mix them together, when you mix these two, the tea and the shaved almonds, they should create 300 ounces. In other words, therefore, the amount of shaved almonds is, the total is 300, x of them oolong tea. So the other part, 300 minus x, is the shaved almonds. Okay. Now, next I will create the table so that we can see the mixture thingy. This is the type, this is the amount, this is the price, the unit price, and total price. Now the oolong and the almond. The amount of oolong is defined to be x. Okay, we know that the sum is 300, that's how it gets here. Therefore the amount of almond is 300 minus x. Notice that when you add these, the x cancel and you have 300, right? Now the unit price here, you can do it in dollars, you can do it in cents. Okay, let's stick with dollars. So this is the unit price for oolong is $2.15, and the unit price for almond is 95 cents. Okay, the blend will worth $1.85. Now here I have, if I multiply this is $2.15 times x. This is 0.95, 300 times 300 minus x. And here is the total, which is this. The total of these two here will be the same to the product of these two. Okay, so 300 times 1.85 equals to the sum of that, $2.15x plus 0.95, 300 minus x. Okay, now let's rewrite it here. 300 times $1.85 equals to $2.15 times x plus 0.95, 300 minus x. Now 300 times 185, let's do some little manipulation here. If you remember from arithmetic or pre-algebra, you have two zeros here and you have two decimal places there. So to multiply this is the same to multiply, let me do it down here. To multiply that is the same to multiply 300 times 0.85 is the same to multiply, move two decimal places here and move opposite direction here. There will be 3 times 185. It's 15, 24, 25 to 555. Okay, so this will be 555 equals to 2.15x plus, you see we will do the same trick again there, 300 times 0.95 is the same to say 3 times 95. Right? You move two decimal places here and you compensate the decimal places here. But this will then be 285. 285 minus 0.95x. Now I will solve this, continue solving this. This is 555 equals to 1.20x. Let's do it aside. 2.15 minus 0.95. This is 0, this is 2, this is 1, right? Okay, then plus 285. Now if I subtract the other side by 285, this equals to 1.2x. If I subtract, what do I get? 270. Okay, now then I will divide this. 270 over 1.2 equals to x. 270, I move one decimal place there, one decimal place there. Now then, let me divide 2700 divided by 12 is 2 times 4, 24. 2 times 4, 24 again. 5 times here. Okay, so this will be 225 equals to x. So now what is our x again? If we look back, x is the amount of oolong tea. So the amount of oolong tea is 225 ounces. And how about the shaved almond? $75 ounces, because they need to add up to 300 ounces. Okay, so that's how we get that one. Now I purposely write my scratch work here so that you can see, but in your test you don't need to do so. That's for Spring 2012 Math 115 Test 2 Chapter 4 Number 3.